Good morning, everyone, and kudos to the organizers for having really pushed the boundaries of our thinking. And if I were to just ask everyone around the room about what sustainable living means, it obviously means that what if, and just taking a cue from Jan's presentation where he really posed a lot of questions around what if we could live, longer forever, right? And I think as you think about that question, one of the things that will strike you is that you may or might not want to live forever, but you definitely want to live with a high quality of life, with a very high quality of independence around movement and things like attention, memory, reasoning. You don't want to outsource these things for anyone else. You want to be the one that's taking those calls. And our early stage startup, Ivory, essentially looks at cognitive health, which is brain function screening. And the reason for us to exist is basically just like how a lot of you, how many of you did your annual health checkups last year? Just a quick, almost everyone, right? Did you test your brain? No, right? You got your creatinine levels done, you got your LDLs done, you got your, everything else done, right? But you did not get your brain function tested. And unfortunately, given the fact that India is a very young demographic country, this bit of cognitive testing is not very mainstream, and that's what we are here to change around the world. So my co-founder and I come with about 45 years of combined experiences in a bunch of different companies. I'm happy to share that our neurocounselor, who's from NIMHANS, has joined us today. Mino, if you can just identify yourself. She's also an author of a paper on cognition, works with a lot of our clients on a one-on-one basis to help them, work on their strengths as well as their improvement areas. So please do catch her, during the break. We have a very strong scientific background. All of you are from Bangalore, so I don't need to introduce Manipal Hospital to you. Our neuroscience and clinical team brings about, another 30 years of experience in fields as diverse as, functional medicine, neuroscience, and neuropsychology. And today, I'll just probably spend maybe, 1.5 minutes on cognitive health, and then we'll go down this journey of what you need to do to sort of have a great quality of life as you hit your, 50s, 60s, 70s, and later. But to begin with, how many dogs can you see on this image? No answer is right or wrong. Spend 15 seconds on this, and I will ask around the room. But first, show of hands for people who see 4 dogs. Okay, no one sees 4, okay? 5. How many see 5? Okay, great. How many see 6? A lot of you see 6. That makes sense. How many see 7? Okay, and how many see 8? Okay, at least nobody is fibbing. There are not 8 dogs on this puzzle, right? Research says that optical illusions make us exercise what is known as pushing the boundaries of your brain, right? You guys really focused, and then you went from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7, and 7 is, of course, the right answer. And this is just a gamified version of seeing that a lot of you are very rational thinkers in the room. Don't get carried away by the word old-fashioned. That is not what I'm here to say. But the point is that rational problem solvers, like probably 99% of our rooms, will actually extend, to the higher end of seeing 5, 6, 7, right? And that's something that is, again, proven by research. Now, in a nutshell, what is cognitive health? It's our ability to pay attention to things. It's our ability to, remember, some of the most cherished memories that we've had in our life. It's our ability to reason, to exercise great judgment, in times of crisis, in times of when we have to make choices. It's an ability to actually visually perceive things and make, decisions based on distance. Is the red light, too close for me? Can I cross it? Not cross it? Make that judgment. It's really, really a very, very scientific way of, putting together all your skills together and testing. And this is essentially what we as a company help test. Now, why is cognitive health in vogue today? How many of you have heard of a gentleman called Dr. Peter Attia? If you're in the space of, sustainable living and healthy, sort of aging, please look this gentleman up. He's a Stanford doctor of medicine, has been working in the space of longevity and healthy aging for about close to a decade now, featured on some of the biggest podcasts in the world. And he recently wrote a book called Outlive. Outlive said that there are 4 killers of humanity: cardiovascular, which all of you know about, cancer, which again all of you know about, metabolic health, which is, gut dysfunction, etc. And then the fourth one is neurodegenerative risk, which we think that until we hit our 70s and 80s, it's not going to affect us, so, why not worry about it then? Well, the thing is that if you are on an accelerated path of decline, there are ways and means in which we can detect today with scientific tests and help you arrest that decline, or at least help you maintain your cognitive health. And this is essentially why cognitive health is in vogue today. There's so much of VC money that's going towards longevity, towards, saying that, can we live forever? Brian Johnson was in India, and I believe he was in Bangalore as well, definitely was in Bombay. But the point is that, do you want to maintain a high quality life as you hit your 60s and 70s is what is the action for that needs to happen today. The pillars of cognitive health, however, are not just about whether you can solve puzzles and, play Sudokus and all of that. It actually is got to do with stress management, which is kind of equated to, are you sleeping well? It is definitely equated to, physical health. If there is one thing I want you to take away from, this session today is not that, you should download the Ivory app, not at all. It should be that, you need to work out every single day of your life, even if it's for 20 minutes. That's the only thing I want you to take away, because that has the greatest impact on your quality of life. How quickly, how strongly you're holding, a jar of jam, how much weight can you carry as a farmer. These are all old evolutionary exercises which, our current lifestyles do not incorporate in our day-to-day living. And that's why physical health is the number one indicator. Apart from that, obviously, socially being connected to people, cognitive testing and training and pushing yourself to learn new things, new hobbies, not staying alone, not being socially isolated. These are the kind of things that really contribute to it. Now, how Ivory helps, and what Ivory does is basically we work with corporates, drive, these cognitive assessments for the middle and senior managements. I mean, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it, but this is what we have done over the last 6 months. We actually have a snapshot of some of the data that we're presenting later today at the Indian Institute of Science, and this is what, India's cognitive check-in looks like. And this is the first of its kind report that we released, just this week, and we are going to talk about it. But Indians actually are doing pretty okay, at least as per some of our early data across about 5,000 odd cognitive assessments that we have done. 10% were at risk. Now, these are people that Minnow works with on a daily basis. When I say daily, like on a monthly roadmap kind of basis, figuring out as to whether the cognitive skills are able to see at least either stay the same, or are they increasing, worsening, decreasing over a period of time. Now, this is a very, very important part of what was released in the report. People who said that they were either anxious or clinically diagnosed with depression, unfortunately scored 15% lower on our test. And that sounds very obvious, but we are able to put a number to it. So if you have employees in your organizations who are probably going through mental health, just answering questionnaires won't help. You have to sort of help them take a test which actually tells them whether, their attention, reasoning, memory, etc. is as good as it needs to be. This is what the stacking order looks like. This is a report that is publicly available, so I'm not going to spend much time, but in a nutshell, our assessment is about 30-35 minutes. Can be done from the comfort of your home. We request that you do not do it while you're checking SMSs and WhatsApp and driving and things like that. Please pay attention to it whenever you do it. And these tests are available in actually urban hospitals, etc. But people unfortunately take this test when something has really gone wrong in their life. A parent has not come back home because they forgot the way, or a mother is telling the maid again and again what to make. So those are the kind of signs that you do not want to wait for. And with that, I'll leave you with a few snapshots. These are AI generated images. We are a GDPR compliant company, so we cannot put out real names and images. But the situations that we have mentioned there are very real, and those are things that you can actually actively take correction. So with that, my time is over. Thank you all for a very, very patient listening, and look forward to interacting with some of you. Thank you.